Hello everybody, Speed Freak YGO here, and today is October the 4th. So we're officially multiple days into spooky season here. So I thought it would be a great time to bring out a seasonal classic, Bloodspawn HallowedGround, a V3 black and red from 2015 that was released. It's the Halloween special edition mat that KBG does yearly-ish. I figured I'd go over this for spooky season, and I wanted to just discuss V3s as a whole, because there was something about V3s, man. And let me tell you, V3s, I like them. I like them a lot. And I'm tired of people trying to tell me that they're just towels. Because if towels felt like this, man, so I figured today we'll go over both the Bloodspawn HallowedGround in detail, along with going once again over the lilac, just a little bit to show off some more V3 things. My personal favorite V3s that are out there. So I'm going to have a grand time comparing them. This was the very first Spellground that I ever owned before I knew too much about them. I got a great deal for it, and I'll go in detail about this and how it was the first mat that made me feel like I really owned something that I felt was an extension of myself when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of a deck. Now, happy Halloween, everybody. Even though it's probably not Halloween yet wherever you is. This is the V3 HallowedGround. This is the Bloodspawn that we're looking at here. Start by discussing what is a HallowedGround. Now, HallowedGround is just the Halloween special edition design that KVG releases sometimes. Just want to point out the differences between it and the classic designs. Here, instead of the classic Spellground symbol, we have a cat. And here we have ghosts, webs, spiders, cauldron instead of the mirror, and hat instead of the grail, witch's hat. We got the crow on the library instead of the sand timer on the library, or hourglass. This is kind of the same somewhat. You'll notice the pumpkins instead of the skulls. Both ends here. You'll notice the bones as the outline. So that's the differences between the classic pattern and the HallowedGround pattern. The black is shiny. It's a very soft mat. This is one of my favorite V3s. The lilac and this are my two favorite V3 color patterns. Now, something that I really like about V3s is the material. It's hard to explain. It's super soft, and it's one of the best feeling mats. It's my favorite material for feel-wise in reality. You'll notice that the color doesn't change as I run my fingers along either direction. Now, the material on the V3, it raises the cards up a bit. It's hard to explain. You'll see. Let's draw a hand. Kind of bad Sword Soul hand. Who cares though? Look at that. That catch feels perfect. That's exactly what you want. There it is again. It raises your cards up, like I said, somewhat, so it makes the glide really easy. Like, you know, V3 material I think is almost the best for that too. Now V3 also doesn't move around, you know. Now the material on V1 and V2, it could slide off the table a lot almost. You don't have to worry about that with V3s as they're a little bit heavier and they just stick better. For wrap up again, great for the spooky season. There's multiple different ones out there, so see which one you like. You got them on materials from V3 to V6 right now, I think. I don't think there's a V7. Right now they're making the homage mat, I believe. I haven't heard anything about this, but the last thing they made it in was V6. So as of today, which is October 4th, 2022. So this mat right here was rated number 2 in colorway in Rags for Riches on Facebook. Now that's where I get most of my things, and that's where I talk to most of the people that I'm interested in. Note the classic design here. It's lilac on pink. Came out in 2014, 2015, something along those lines. It's literally pink on pink. This mat's so shiny. It's really hard to get like really how bright it is on this camera, even in 1080. Imagine what you see on here, but everything's just a little darker and richer. That's what it looks like in person. Notice the divots, rivets, whatever. Within the material, this is the nice part of V3 that we all enjoy, that I enjoy a lot. It literally looks like it's breathing, and it holds your cards kind of up off, I guess, the backside. This mat really just proves that V3 had some of the best colorways ever when it comes to Spellground. Everybody loves their V1s, of course. Everybody loves their cool V2s, but colorway-wise, I think if you put some of the things that V3 had on some of those older materials, you'd have mats that are more expensive than they are already, is all that I'd say.